This video was brought to you by me.
Hey everybody, it's Sora850, and welcome back to more Ocarina of Time Plus Master Quest. Last time, we finished up Lord Jabu Jabu's belly in both the original and Master Quest version of the game, and now, we have all three spiritual stones. On top of that, we have 21 gold scatolas. So, we're going to be doing a few things now that we have all this stuff. So, there is exactly one thing I want to do here in Zora's Domain before we head out. Actually, let's see what you have to say. Did my most precious possession help you in your quest?
No.
I was just curious. So remember when I said I was going to show you something about this minigame before, but couldn't do it? Now I have the means to do so. We're going to pay 20 rupees and play the game again. You may notice there's a lot more rupees in here now. What? Oh my goodness, that was funny. Anyway, we already got our money back. Even if you don't collect all of it, that's fine. The goal is to just make a profit. So if you want to make some good money, this is a pretty decent way to do it. It's not the most effective way, but you can actually make a profit by just simply playing the game again. I don't think there's truly anything worth it for winning that again, but at least now you know that you can actually make some pretty decent money. So, since we have these items here, oh, wrong way, we now have, of course, the slingshot, the boomerang, the bombs, and such. There is exactly one place I want to go back to now. Actually, no, I think it's only one, maybe two. I don't think I can do this at the Dodongo's Cavern yet. But I want to at least go back to the Great Deku Tree. So we're gonna detour back there, and I will meet y'all once we actually get there.
A few minutes later.
So back inside the Great Deku Tree, we're gonna want to go back down here. Gonna climb up here. And dang it, we're gonna crawl through here. There was exactly one room we were unable to go in before, but since we have the bombs and the boomerang now, we have everything we need to actually do this. Gonna ignore the Gomas, because there's no point in engaging with them. Well, I tried to ignore them anyway. But bombing this open allows us entry into this room. Yeah. Gonna kill this guy. But this is the real reason we're in here. And that is our final gold scatola for inside the Deku Tree. So back at Kakariko Village, and I purposely waited until nighttime for a very specific reason. But before I get to that, we're going to go to the Gold Scatola house and claim our next prize for our Gold Scatolas. This one is unlocked for 20 Gold Scatolas, like I said before. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. You obtained the Stone of Agony. If you equip a rumble pack, it will react to nearby secrets. So there's actually something interesting about this particular item that I want to talk about. If you play this on the original Nintendo 64, you need the rumble pack exactly like it says. This item was actually modeled after that original rumble pack. But on the Nintendo GameCube version, and of course in the Master Quest version, you don't need a rumble pack because rumble is built right into the controller. But what's interesting as well is on the 3DS version, this item was actually replaced with an item known as the Shard of Agony. It doesn't do anything different, but the reason they replaced it is because of the fact that the 3DS has built-in Rumble, and they didn't want to resemble the Nintendo 64's Rumble pack in any way, shape, or form for whatever reason. So they decided to just outright replace it. The functionality is exactly the same, but I don't think it would have hurt to just keep the original version of the item in the 3DS version. But that's just me. So anyway, going back to the graveyard, and this is the reason I wanted to come here at nighttime. There is now a gold scatola we are capable of getting since we have the boomerang. You more than likely have noticed it earlier when we were doing the grave digging minigame, but since it was out of reach, we had no way of getting it until now. These are the super popular magic beans. In case you're wondering, they'll soon be sold out. Super price, 60 rupees for one piece. Rip-off artist.
A few minutes later.
We have the super rare magic beans. This could be your last chance. Special price, 70 rupees for one piece. This batter tastes really good in soup if I'm going to be paying this much for a bean. After returning to Lon Lon Ranch at nighttime, now that we have the boomerang, we are now capable of getting all of the gold scatolas here. At least for the time being. There's one up there. I think I purposely avoided this one. Not there. There's one here in this tree. There's another one we can get over here.
Gonna ignore those birds.
Ow. I believe there is one more we can get over this way. Somewhere.
Yeah, right there. And people wonder why I hate birds. I tried to spare y'all, and this is how you thank me.
Think for the time being, that's all of them we can get. Oh no, that's actually all of them in the ranch at all. Okay, cool. So, we never need to come back here for gold scatolas again. On leaving Lon Lon Ranch, we're gonna go this way now. I actually forgot to grab these 2 heart pieces in my other video where I was doing a bunch of stuff. However, the reason I chose to start recording now is because of this guy. This guy's going to be important later. If I can stop him long enough to talk to him. Come here. Bro. I guess I have to turn it nighttime to talk to him, but I'm not going to do that. Just remember this guy for later. This guy does not show up in Hyrule Field unless you've beaten Jabba Jabba's belly. So, that's why he's here now. I don't know why you have to beat the fish in order for him to show up here, but I digress. So we're gonna go this way. Beep, beep. Welcome to Gerudo Valley. There's only a couple reasons to really be here right now. I suck at playing the Ocarina. Gonna take this guy out. Okay. So now, for the 2 heart pieces that I mentioned. We're gonna take this chicken. See that crate? That's our destination. We're gonna glide down to the crate. Gonna descend down. Come on. There we go. I was actually a little worried there for a second. And I pressed the wrong button. Drop the chicken. Pick the chicken up. New heart container. Excellent. Okay. The reason I picked up the chicken before collecting the heart container is because if you put it down and then pick it up, or rather, if you put the chicken down and then pick up the heart piece, you have more of a chance of the chicken wanting to run off the cliff. So, since I did it this way, we were able to pick up the chicken again, which allows us to glide down here now. There is a bean plant spot down there, but there is, in my personal opinion, no real point in planting a bean there. Because once we are done here, we're not going to really want to come back down here until much later anyway. And it will only be to collect something from that specific bean plant patch. This ladder behind the waterfall is the real reason we're here. I could have gotten this later, but I figured now would be a really good time to get it. Alright, and that's all we need from here for the time being. I will see you guys at our next destination.
20 minutes later.
Inside this fencing, right here, right outside of Lake Hylia, there is a heart piece we can grab by bombing this spot. If you got the Rumble Pack, you should be able to feel the hidden grotto here as your controller will vibrate. This is the real reason that you get the Stone of Agony, if I could English. Gonna go in here. Alright, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a piece of heart. 1 piece, 10 rupees. It is. Let's make a deal. Technically, it's 7 rupees because we get 3 back. I will meet you guys at our next destination. There it is. You may notice now, the gate is closed. The torches are lit. Now that we have the spiritual stones, things are about to go down. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's do this. I lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me. So, you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you are dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule this world. So, as you may have guessed, returning to the castle is no longer an option at this point. Zelda has fled. Impa is also fled. Left behind is the treasure that she risked everything to protect. I don't know how she threw it as far as she did, but... well, if I can dive. You found the Ocarina of Time. This is the royal family's hidden treasure, which Zelda left behind. It glows with a mystical light. Young man, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Young man, when you hold this ocarina in your hand, I won't be around anymore. I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. This song opens the door of time. you've learned the Song of Time. Now, young man, play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. I want to point something out. If you were to come do this at nighttime and learn the Song of Time while it's night, it would automatically skip you to daytime. There's no really other hidden detail about it. I just wanted to go ahead and point it out. In the Master Quest version, inside the Deku Tree, once you get the Song of Time, you officially obtain all of the requirements to get the remaining gold Scatolas here. We're gonna go back this way. So back inside the room with the 4 torches. Go ahead and get rid of this guy. You'll notice that gold Scatola that we were unable to get previously. We are now capable of getting it. I should probably take those keys out, but... yeah, they're gonna get in my way. I may as well. Or maybe I just need to take out that one. Stand about right here. Really? Yep, I'm gonna have to kill him. Dang it. Where'd you go? Wow, I'm a horrible shot. Anyway, as I was trying to say, stand about right here. Jump on this. You'll see Navi is reacting again. So essentially, we're going to be swapping the blocks out. Jump up here. Play it again. I think this is a silly requirement just to get a golden Skulltula, but it is what it is. So, upon playing it the 3rd time, jump up to this block. Now we have to play it one more time. Well, actually, no, I think we'll have to play it 2 more times. Maybe we can reach it? Yeah, we can reach it. Sticking to this area. Back in this room. Probably should go ahead and take these guys out. Oh, now I get a Deku Stick from killing the giant one.
Three days later.
Back in the room where we got the compass. If I can... there we go. So in this room, the last gold Scatola can be found. I forgot about you again. Take your twerking elsewhere.
No.
So, if you have the bomb choose, which you should if you've gone through Jabba Jabba's belly, blow the rocks up, and then claim your prize. Alternatively, if you don't have the bomb choose, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. Alternatively, if you don't have them, stand here and play the Song of Time. This will spawn some blocks. And you can simply use the vines to climb up to about right here and throw a regular bomb at the rocks. But since I had the bomb choose, didn't have to worry about that. And that... dang it. And that's every Gold Scatola inside the Great Deku Tree in Master Quest.
6 months later.
In the Master Quest version of Dodongo's Cavern, you're gonna want to go this way. Because now we're capable of getting the Gold Scatolas in here. Back in this room, we're gonna want to make our way here. The goal is to get to the left side of the room. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I kind of feel like Master Quest overdoes it with the Song of Time blocks here. If I can play the song right. Dang it. It's sort of my own fault for literally pressing the A button when I shouldn't be pressing it. But yeah, you just stand in that exact spot and play the Song of Time until you get here. There's your Gold Scatola. Still back in Dodongo's Cavern in Master Quest, I decided not to light these 2 torches this time just because I wanted to see if it made a difference. And from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem to do anything if you don't light them. So from what I'm able to tell, there is literally no point in lighting these torches whenever you have to actually do the dungeon. But what confuses me about that is once you light those torches, I'm going to go ahead and do this again. What confuses me is... why are you back? What confuses me is upon lighting them, you literally get the ding that you completed a puzzle, despite the fact that it doesn't seem to do anything. So if somebody actually knows what happens if you light these torches, please let me know.
You suck!
Y'all, I am the biggest moron when it comes to this game. I just figured out what lighting those 2 torches actually does. You need those 2 torches to light this one. I have played this game for years, trying to figure out what those 2 torches do when you light them, and I'm only just now noticing what it does. I'm going to my corner now.
Boo! You stink!
Back in this room where we fought the Lizalfos, I could have gotten this earlier and just for some reason didn't. Go ahead and take your bombs, blow these open. Well, that definitely missed. Brah. Come on, there we go. That's where I want it. Never mind. Oh my lord, come on. There we go. There's our next gold scatola for this area. So back in the room with the pose, remember that wall we blew up here earlier? Here's where our next one is at. I have no idea how I actually got that. And finally, inside the mouth of the giant Dodonga statue, that gold scatola that we could not get before, we are now capable of getting it because we have the boomerang. Ow. I want to say... Oh my lord, okay. I want to say it's possible to reach from here. Okay, it is. And that clears out the Master Quest version of the Dodonga's Cavern. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I clear out the normal version of the Dodonga's Cavern? The reason for that is because even at this stage of the game with everything we got, we actually can't. There is at least one gold scatola in particular, maybe two, that we actually cannot get into Dodonga's Cavern until later in the original version. But for the Master Quest version, we're capable of clearing it out now. So now, before we go to the Temple of Time, there is one interesting thing I want to show you. Oh, I guess I should have gone the other way. It doesn't really matter. In this back alley, you will find this guard. The moment you do what you are supposed to do in the Temple of Time, you lose the chance to talk to this guy. Are you the boy from the forest? I finally met you. I have something to tell you. Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, betrayed our king. Zelda's nanny, Impa, sensed danger and escaped from the castle with our princess. I tried to stop Ganondorf's men from chasing them, but the princess was waiting for a boy from the forest. That's you. She wanted to give something to the boy. If you received it from the princess, hurry to the Temple of Time. He's not moving anymore. This dying guard risked everything to protect the princess, and he succeeded. I found this interesting because of the fact that once you go into the Temple of Time, like I said, you can't talk to him anymore. He's just gone. But the fact that there is one remaining soldier in all of Castletown while the rest of the crowd is just kind of here, doing their own thing, still living their lives like nothing happened. Kind of makes you wonder why that is the case. Just something to think about. There is a side quest that we can do right now, but I kind of want to wait till later. Mostly because there is another wallet upgrade that I want to get first. So we're going to ignore it for now. And enter the Temple of Time. So as Zelda instructed, we go right here. Stand on this red carpet. And watch what happens after playing the Song of Time. The door has opened. Young man, isn't that? It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Young man. Wake up, young man, the chosen one. I am Raru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Young man, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Look, young man, you're big now. You've grown up. The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? But remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power, he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sage's seal will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. You've received the Light Medallion. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Young man, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages, who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, and one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikahs. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary Hero of Time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl, I'm sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, young man? I find it interesting and kinda hilarious that everyone seems to just love to remind you constantly once you get the Master Sword, hey, you gotta awaken the 5 stages, hey, you got temples to go to. Like, Rauru only said it like, what, 4 or 5 times? And now Sheik over here, who we just met, just said it. And also, you may have noticed, Sheik knows our name. There's a reason for that. But we'll get to that later. So we've done everything that I wanted to do. We pulled the Master Sword. We've done all the side stuff up to this point, at least for the time being. There will be more side stuff to come next time. But we'll save all that for later. Next time on Ocarina Time Plus Master Quest, we leave the Temple of Time and venture out into Hyrule 7 years later. See you guys next time.